Welcome, you're watching Miz and Mrs. Season 1, Episode 6, Cowboy Miz. We're going to talk about the new home, some line dancing, and some calamari first world problems. That and more up next.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Save a horse, ride a cowboy. Everybody says, save a horse, ride a cowboy.
Welcome. This song is definitely apropos to Mrs. Last episode. My name is TK Trinidad. With me, we have the stylist to the stars.
Hey everybody, it's Monique Loveless.
And according to Tony in the Booth, the Wrestling Encyclopedia.
Yeah. Hi, guys. How's it going? It's a good show.
What's your name?
Anissa Var.
So what do you guys think about this? So we're actually going to be covering all some special segments, news, all that good stuff. But what do you guys think about the show overall?
From episode 1 to now?
Yeah, let's do the whole season.
It was very short. Obviously, it was 6 episodes. I would have thought they would probably maybe do at least 10, but I think they're testing the waters to see how 6 episodes go. Maybe they'll get a second season, but I really enjoyed this episode. It really showed from start to finish on their move. This was pretty much their whole move on going to Austin. Mm-hmm. And I thought it was very, very interesting because we don't get to see that with many wrestlers or celebrities on how they move from an old house to a new house. Mm-hmm. My apologies.
Tony, by the way, the chat's disabled, so just a little FYI. But,
Oh, mine is up.
oh, okay. Well, maybe it's just
Joseph's in there.
Okay, maybe it's just
It's a little slow though. Internet's a little
Okay,
slow. So
cool.
we're in the chat, people.
just checking because I know
Just
we
a
have
little
our chat
slow.
folks all up in there.
Yes.
What did you think, Monique?
Overall, I thought the season was very fun. I thought it shined light on just them and not the drama that Maurice has on Total Divas.
Mm-hmm.
So I really like that to see her real personality. And then just how their life is, which I love the love, that they show so much love towards each other,
Mm-hmm.
and that now they have the baby. So I'm ready to get into second season to see
What they're gonna be doing
yeah.
in Austin and all that good stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, I love the fact that we see the move, and they're definitely true to their characters in WWE. Like A-list couple, of course you're not gonna pack everything in a truck and then go across. You have to go in luxury. So
Yeah.
Right.
Is what it
right. It's Maurice. You have to go in luxury.
I know, but I think what I would have done. Oh, I don't think the baby could fly. That's probably what the issue was. Because I think I would have just let everybody else drive, and I would have just met you there.
No, I think the baby can fly.
Okay, then that should have been a better option.
That's what I said too last week. I
Yeah.
feel like they should have just jetted it out and just flew and had the rest.
Yeah, because even no matter how luxurious the bus is, you're still in something for. It went from 22 to 36 hours or something.
Right. And think about the toilets and where they go. They really,
And the
there's
diapers and the.
Yeah. So.
Anywho, so they get to the new home. What do you guys think of the new home compared to, was it Chateau Miz versus
Castle
Yeah.
Marmiz. Yes.
Was this house in Total Divas when they were checking it out in Austin last season?
I swear the house that they were checking out was not in Texas. It was in somewhere else.
Are you really?
Yeah, but
Yeah, it was actually, I think, here in LA. It wasn't.
No.
I thought the house
it
was
was
by where his parents are from.
Oh, Cleveland.
that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cleveland.
Because for some reason I thought it was going to be the similar house. Hey, if you have the money, go for it. That's a beautiful house.
It's a gorgeous house. The houses in Texas and Atlanta. You can get a lot more house for less money.
Yeah, definitely. I thought the house was beautiful. Of course, it's the Miz and Maryse, so there's gonna always have a beautiful home. So yeah, I'm pretty sure they got many more acres than what they have here in LA.
Oh, for
the
sure.
price.
I feel that they bought this house because obviously they could afford it. And if you can afford a big house, they're probably going to expand their family a little bit more.
Oh, yeah,
For
I definitely
sure.
see that.
Because if you're just going to buy a big old house and it's you two and a kid, that's just too much.
Well, they had a big house before, and it was just them.
Yeah.
But it wasn't as big as we probably thought it was because it was on a hill in LA and it's probably smaller.
No, I think it was pretty big.
Because usually stuff that we see on TV. No, it's the opposite. So it might be.
Looks bigger than what it
Yeah.
truly
Yeah.
is in person.
Yeah, like
I don't know. I think it
how the
looked
camera
pretty
could add 10
decent.
pounds,
Yeah.
and you're really not.
Did anybody go in to see when they sold it? they sold it, so it could be up on like MLS or somewhere else.
Maybe.
You can always
Right.
check that. It's probably at least a good 4 bedrooms.
I don't have time to go do that.
Well, the house looks absolutely amazing. The fact that Marjo has her own, like, kind of almost cottage room suite. I like that. That's cute. The whole unloading of stuff and Maurice has to pretty much having to put everything kind of back in its place or into new places is definitely kudos on her because she had a baby 2 weeks ago.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and then the fact of they had a lot of help. Like
They had to.
she had, I didn't even know there was something called an arranger that existed. Like, so you have the moving people, they offload everything, and then you have an arranger who puts up everything. Just,
Like
Who
a
knew?
interior.
I thought the movers could do it. I always thought you could do it all in one. Like you get the movers, the packers, the
would you want
organizers.
the
and
movers
then-
to actually put up your stuff?
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like they have, like, no
I mean,
offense,
I
like,
would.
they
I
have-
wouldn't mind.
But you have to tell them.
Yeah, there's no. I can point and tell. Like that goes there. That goes there. Don't bother me yet. I got a moment. That
Yeah.
goes there.
Because I think the arrangers are more interior.
Decorator.
Yeah.
So
that
they
makes sense.
have more of a, whereas the movers would just, there's a wall.
That makes
Put it
sense though. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check into that when I go to buy my
Would you
house,
guys have a mover and all that fun stuff?
Oh, yeah. I hate moving.
I hate moving.
moving.
Like literally,
Hate
I
moving.
have not moved from where I'm at right now because I just don't
Yeah.
like moving.
Me too.
Like I literally do not like moving.
I don't mind it. I just don't like people touching my stuff, so I'd rather just do it myself.
Oh God, no! I'm
Yeah,
like,
I'm like
just
that.
go ahead, pack up everything.
I don't know.
Don't.
I've had something had happened to me as a someone broke into my house before and stole a lot of my stuff.
Mhm.
And that's why I don't trust people coming into my house. Or if I ever have movers, I'd rather just do it myself because I don't want my stuff to get stolen.
What about the couch and the fridge? And
Well, I mean, I don't know, you do it yourself. You got legs and arms, do it yourself. I don't know.
no.
That's
different
just
strokes
me.
for different folks.
Right.
However, I mean, I think at the end of the day, depending on and what we kind of learn from them, which is good that they're connected to reality. It's like if they were to lose, if something's really precious to you, then that's the stuff that you would have on your body. Like if you're flying, you would hold on to your laptop. Like you wouldn't like let your watch and all that stuff put that. So if it's something that's precious to you, that's the stuff that you're gonna be traveling with on your person.
Right.
If it's something that you always have to be aware no matter what. If you're traveling, that something may get lost. And you need to come to terms with that. If not, then you can, do it all yourself, which I am not doing whatsoever. So
Yeah, no, I'm not.
tired of
Yeah,
moving.
no moving over here. Like I just hired.
And they
people
have
to
so
move.
much stuff too.
Yeah, they
Like, say
have
you
a
had that
lot.
amount of stuff.
Plus stairs and
Yeah,
all
would you
types of stuff.
still do it on your own?
Yeah, because I can ask people to help me instead of
Oh,
paying
see,
for
here's where
movers.
that's where it is. You want to
Yeah.
ask your friends to help you.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like I'd rather have like my family help me than like pay a mover.
Do you think they want to help you though?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have great friends.
Yeah.
My friends be like, I will pay to get you a mover.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not that. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Trust me, I live in a household like we're a lot of women in my household, so we're so independent that we just do it ourselves.
Oh no, I'm independent too, and so
Yeah.
is my
There's
mom.
not like
And so was my grandma, but my mom was not moving all of her furniture in all
my
6
mom
rooms.
will be like, all right, grab the dresser. We'll all three of us will pick it up, put it in the truck, and we'll go. That's
How you
how we do it.
tell somebody messes up a back or something.
Nah, man.
Anywho, so they have a little moment where they lose one of the dogs, ends up in Marjo's house or Marjo's. Is it a room or is it a cabin?
I think it's like a,
Or a
suite type off on the side of the house.
I
That's
feel like
what
they
I'm
should just
thinking.
build her
It's
own
like-
house, like
yeah.
her own house, and then attached to her house is like
But
also a
is
guest
she really
house.
going to stay the entire time?
It looks like she's gonna stay until the baby is stable. Like meaning stable, meaning that, like for instance, my grandmother stayed with us until I was 2, and then she came back when my brother was like, when she came back from my brother, and she stayed with us until I was like 17.
So I have a question for you because you'll know this more. When you're visiting another country, you're only allowed to have like a visa or some type of card for 3 months, right? And then you have to renew it?
Canada's 6 months, I believe.
Okay.
And it's a little bit different for Canadians. On top of that, I'm pretty sure that Maurice has claimed her mother, so her mother probably has dual citizenship. And then I think there's also a law too where that if you're a grandparent and you're taking care of the child, that's a little bit different. Because my grandmother, at that time that she took care of me, she didn't have papers. Like, she didn't have papers. She could stay in the country, but the purpose was to take care of the grandchildren. So usually with immigration, if you're not, working or using up the tax funds, people generally don't care as much. But, we're in a different time period.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, it's a different climate right now. But I'm pretty sure if she hasn't already, she probably is either in the process of filing for her mom for dual citizenship, which would be a lot easier.
Oh, okay. Well, guys, hey, AfterBuzzers, our network producers after shows for nearly all of your favorite TV shows, from dramas, reality TV, sci-fi, and more. There is no network that works harder to serve your television fans. But we need your help. We're asking that you please subscribe to one or more or our YouTube channels. By subscribing to our channel, YouTube will suggest content that trailers made for you, and you'll help AfterBuzz continue to grow. And if you're worried about pesky notifications, don't be, because they're optional. So hit that subscribe button now for this channel and check out all our other AfterBuzz YouTube channels as well. Let us know you did so in the comments, and we'll thank you on air. For now, thanks for being the best fans and for helping us be the ESPN of TV talk.
Shout out to Boza on every wrestling platform.
Oh yeah, he's right in the chat.
I'm still having slow issues. So. Shout out to everybody in the chat.
Oh, I'm just seeing Boza, but maybe it might be maybe it might.
No,
just be
he's in there.
He's in there, but might be somebody else there too. Anywho, so as you remember from the previous episode, Miz leaves Marjo on the side of the road, which he didn't do on purpose this time.
He didn't.
So, which is kind of hilarious because it's like.
She gave him a hard time.
I would
She's
too,
giving
wouldn't
him
you?
a very hard time now.
It was either super early in the morning or super late at night. She comes out of the bathroom and the bus is not there.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you try to punch that person in the face?
I mean, I would be mad, but it was an honest mistake.
Right.
It was an honest mistake.
I have to be in that situation in order to show my feelings.
To be left in a bath stall in the middle
Yeah,
of nowhere.
I have to be in that situation.
I would never want to be in
so
that
I can't
situation.
really say, oh, I'd be mad or I'd be,
You wouldn't be happy.
No, but I wouldn't like. I don't know. I just have to be in that moment too.
Well, we can definitely rule out happy. So it'll be anywhere from middle
Frustrated,
ground to
angry,
angry. It'll be in that range. For sure.
Right, my favorite word, living.
Yeah,
It's going to be one of
It'll be
those.
in one of those elements. So he decides to make up to Marjo. So essentially, he did the whole ranch thing, which is I thought it was cute, but I also thought it was what's it called? Like a placement. Like if you were in Austin, this is what you
would do.
this is what you should do because Miz and Maryse did that.
Right. Like everybody's doing that goat yoga now.
Yeah. Like I feel like they're still they can't. Their house is probably 90% done. They have like 10% more to go. They have a brand new baby. One, who's taking care of the baby? That was my first question.
They have a nanny. She has a nanny.
I know they should show the nanny, but one, who's taking care of the baby, and two, if I went through all of that, the last thing I want to do is like go to a ranch. Like I just want to like Netflix.
Well, he
and
was
chill.
trying to put a smile on Marjo's face, so I think everything else was really for Marjo to try to make up.
Should have took her to like a cowboy strip club. She probably might have enjoyed that.
Oh, she
too.
would have loved that. Hot Mama would have loved that.
So
gross.
Strip club?
Taking her mom to a strip club.
She seems like she'd love a strip club.
Well, Miz taking her.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
It would be kind of weird.
I could see Miz doing that.
I could too, for entertainment.
Yeah, for
entertainment purposes,
not
sure.
him going by himself to a man. That just seems weird.
I know that.
But him bringing her there, that
For
would
pure
seem
entertainment.
quite entertaining.
He would. He
because
would do it.
he'd be
for
encouraging her.
Yeah, that's why he took her to the ranch.
Yeah.
Is because he was like, oh, well, maybe we can get you a cowboy.
She broke
Right.
one too. So
Right.
So
Caught one, yep.
that's why did they bring her that little pony? Like I understand she's tiny, but
They did her
did they
wrong.
run
Didn't
out
it
of
look like-
horses? Like I didn't understand that.
Maybe because she could fit on it.
It looked like a donkey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that looked like another producer setup.
It
For a
was.
joke, yeah.
That was a setup.
I feel like some of this season there was like a little bit of it was set up, but some of it looked legit.
When they went line dancing, did anybody else catch Maurice doing her hair while
Yeah, the hair flip,
they-
California
like,
style. She said.
Oh my gosh. I love that because you never see her kind of like go that far. She's always kind of like well put
Reserved.
together. She has her makeup on. Her hair is always like
I
done
think
to
because
the
she
nines.
has a baby, she's like, whatever.
No, she still has her makeup on. There.
No, I know, but
Yeah.
I just feel like sometimes when you finally have a baby,
She just wanted to
you're
let
just like,
loose.
yeah, you're like, you know.
Yeah, I
just
mean,
don't
like a
care.
small crack in her in the letting us in, because yeah, she definitely is very
Yeah.
reserved compared to Miz, but he also seems like his personality is what we see on TV
Is different.
is different than what we're gonna see. Like they're definitely
In the
still
ring.
yeah, they're definitely still like a loving couple and all this other stuff, but what we see is definitely made for TV.
Yeah.
Versus, they might actually just be chillaxing at the house most of the time.
Right.
So,
That is
I mean,
true.
kudos for them for making it more natural than a lot of other folks.
Yeah.
Who do you mean by a lot of other folks?
I
The
mean,
shade.
well, it's not shade, but it's just like some people have it and some people don't. Definitely Miz has honed his skills, or he's naturally born with that type of accoutrement where, he's good with the mic in WWE, but in a reality show, he's also good as well. You still want
Yeah.
to see him. You're still rooting for him. You still see him doing stupid things and annoying Maurice, and you still see Maurice play into that role as well. And it's not that type of reality show where you see it's like, okay, this is obviously this, like, it's not like a Love and Hip Hop or something where it's like, this whole season was obviously planned.
Planned.
So,
yeah.
you know.
Right. But you have to remember, if you go look back on when the Miz was on the Real World, that I feel like some of that is legit who he is now, but 10 times more now.
Yeah. I mean, you progress as an adult and you see what works.
Yeah.
People want
Yeah.
to see personality. Like if you just look at the WWE in general, look
Yeah.
at the people who
Especially if there's not drama.
right,
Yeah,
or
if
just
there's not drama.
people who don't have a personality compared to the people who do. The ones who do are doing well,
Yeah.
and if they're even not on like the main card, they're still selling shirts. They're still like all these people gravitate to those personalities, so that kind of makes sense. So do you think Marjo has completely forgiven him? Or do you think she's going to hold this over his head for a little bit?
I don't think she should. Just, I think the fact that she's able to live with them and have her own separate area should just make up for a lot of stuff. But I still feel
She's
like he's
taking
still
care of the baby.
But I still feel he's still going to
Oh, yeah.
continue to mess with her.
And this is documented too. It's
Yeah.
not like you can even like, oh, remember that time? It's like, no, we can run the tape. Run it back.
Right. No, I think that she's gonna hold it over his head for a while.
As she should.
Yeah,
To
she
get some
should.
stuff. Like,
She
she's
should.
like, oh, I'm just going to go to.
Remember when you
help
left me?
Yeah.
Right.
And they went to, where did they get the mask? The medical store?
The medical supply
And she was
store.
just straight in the chair, just rolling through stuff. Like,
And rolling over, crashing into stuff. Yeah, she was making him pay this whole episode.
now, do you think that's her personality? Like, she has that, you meet some people, they have that careless personality where they're not thinking about the consequences, even in adulthood? Or do you think she's playing to the camera? Or do you think she's just giving Miz a hard time?
I don't know. I want to wait till second season.
I think that's her personality,
Where
honestly.
she just
Yeah.
careless? Not
Yeah,
careless,
I mean,
but-
she's older, so you know how people who,
Like
you know
that-
how your grandma and stuff, like your grandma, she'll tell you, like, it's like a kid, they'll tell you whatever will come out their mouth, they will do whatever.
Right.
And,
But she's only 55.
but still, she's older. She's still older. She's 55?
Well, that's what Miz had said.
Oh, okay. She's still older, though.
I know, but it just seems. I shouldn't say that she's, because then I'm wondering is that the reason why Maurice is so reserved? Because her mom has such a carefree
A
personality.
wild personality.
Oh, yeah.
That could be it.
That
But
could
I
be
feel
it.
like with that little head thing, Maurice has a side.
She does.
I'm just waiting for it to come out. I think she's more reserved on camera because I feel like she still has a persona that she has in the ring.
Right.
I feel like she
But-
was when she was younger.
Mm-hmm.
But I think as she just grew older, she kind of probably grew out of it.
Well, making money has that funny thing of doing that to you too.
Yeah.
The hustle's real.
Yeah, I feel like she has a persona, so on camera it comes off a little different, a little more reserved. But hopefully second season we'll see her because she has two wild people around her. And she laughs at the Miz all the time. And her mom, she just is like, so like, oh, okay, So I think it's in her. It's just when the camera rolls, she puts on a different persona for
Or maybe
a little more reserved Maurice than what.
Or maybe she just likes having entertaining people around her because she's not. Because you have those people who want to may dabble in the wilder side, but that's not their personality.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
you
but
might
I
have
think
people
she,
who are.
I
like,
think she
opposite.
has a wild side.
Oh, like Brie mode or something like that?
I feel everybody does.
I don't know if it's a Brie Mo side. I think when the cameras go off, she's in the house talking mad shit and doing crazy
Well,
stuff.
I mean, as she should. I mean,
and that would be her real.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You wanna hear the smack talk that she taught.
So
yes.
you want the drama.
I think she has a wild side
Okay.
that we just don't see on camera.
Okay.
She's more reserved.
So
on
not the
camera.
drama, but like the smack talk, like the stuff that you would actually tell the Miz, but she wouldn't say it in front of the camera because it might be, a shade too little, on the
too
nasty
shady,
side, or
right.
a little on the, it might be,
Okay.
might be a lot of that stuff. But,
A lot of some of that different stuff. So,
But another thing that they actually did, so I guess the Miz was making it up to Maurice. I think it was after he came back from Saudi Arabia. They went to this restaurant and they were eating calamari and they're just talking about their whole experience traveling. It was a hard ordeal for them. They had to get the movers and the truck and pack up all the dogs, and then they had the movers come late, and then they realized that it was all, the fact that they're complaining, they're actually very blessed, which is very awesome to see.
yeah.
And it looked genuine.
Yeah.
It did.
And that's nice because people who have that type of lifestyle, sometimes they either forget or sometimes they don't even know what the other side the other side lives.
I'm glad that they showed that because the Miz was like, they were sitting there talking and it was like it hit him. It really did.
First
It
world
wasn't like a
problems.
moment. Yeah, it was like a moment that really hit him. Like, I'm sitting here talking, we're sitting here complaining when really, we're eating calamari.
Yeah.
So I think he has those moments. I think also he has those moments from being from Ohio. So you see a little bit of a different life. And I say that because I'm from Ohio, so I understand, like, kind of what you go through. Like, I understand, like, the whole LeBron James, that's great. Like, I feel like the Miz understands a lower lifestyle, what you could really go through.
Right.
Because a lot of the people that we know in Ohio don't get out of Ohio.
Right.
So, and they don't know anything other than Ohio. So I love that moment. I felt like that was a great moment for him to be like, oh my gosh, like we're sitting up here complaining, but really, honestly, we don't really have much to complain about.
Right.
Yeah.
So I really, really appreciated that they showed that didn't get clipped. Sometimes those get on the editing floor because they're too like sentimental, but
Yeah, it's first world problems. Even what is happening here, in LA in particular, and the homeless people. Even though they're homeless, some of these people have tents and generators hooked up to the tent.
right.
Like,
I saw somebody
I mean-
have a whole house that just didn't have no roof over it. I
Right.
was like, oh my gosh.
So it's
Okay.
obviously I don't want to be homeless, but there's just different levels to it. Like you could be in your 1-bedroom apartment and you could be complaining while somebody is living not even in a tent, they're in a cardboard box somewhere.
Right.
And it's freezing cold.
Right.
So there's different levels to it, and I definitely appreciate that they
Show
let
that.
everybody know that they're living a pretty good life. And do you think, this is kind of like off topic but on topic, so the Miz ended up losing his belt. Do you think he's gonna get his belt now back or eventually this year?
Which belt? Yeah. He was on a lot.
The one that he lost, the one that he just
the
lost.
IC?
Yeah. Do you think he's eventually gonna get it back? Because I feel like he
Well,
lost
he's
it.
on separate brands. That belt's on Raw.
Okay, so I feel like he lost it because he needed time to spend time with his wife.
Maybe, or they want the Miz to become probably one of the longest, not longest, but like a 10-time, 12-time IC championship. Because right now, the longest reign, I don't want to say longest reign, but the person who has held that title for so long, I believe it is Chris Jericho. Joseph, correct me because I could be wrong. I believe Chris Jericho is the one who's holding the title as the IC title as the 9th person, and the Miz has held it, I think, 8. So they.
So you think it's a long-term goal, a long-term setup, like a long game for them?
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. So we have an awesome moment. What are we thinking?
So we're going into our segment for most awesome moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the T-shirt you wore when you walked in to his house. It says, "Don't move to Texas."
I don't see that.
Yeah,
I
like
didn't
the-
either.
I like the fact that his ringtone is his walkout song, which is
Oh,
That's a lot of people's ringtones.
It's their own walkout song.
When Zack Ryder used to do like the Long Island Z on YouTube, that was his own theme song was his own.
I mean,
ringtone.
like, I would do something like that, but seeing somebody else do it, it seems like I could see now
so
why.
conceited.
So when you see Naomi tomorrow, you ask her, be like, "Yo, is your ringtone the
I
glow?"
wonder. No, it might be her song though.
Yeah, her. Well, yeah, similar, same thing.
But I wonder. Yeah, now like I see because I like have my logo on everything, and I got a picture of myself on my phone. And
Oh
now,
my
like,
gosh, I feel like that's so conceited. Out of all the things
my
I
picture
do
on my phone.
hold on, I drive down PCH, I go to nice dinners, I do all that, but y'all will not see a picture of myself on my phone.
It's my motivational picture. Have you seen that
but
picture?
you have a visual board for that.
And I have myself on the vision board too.
Oh my gosh, that is so conceited to me.
The first person who's gonna love you is you. Then other
true,
people can
but-
love you after that.
Literally every time you pick up your phone, you just want to look at yourself to
Yeah,
say, "Oh,
I really
me."
do.
Oh my gosh,
I have my
no.
logo on my other screen. I have my logo on my main screen, and then when I tap in my code, is me.
That's so conceited to me. But
And then everybody,
I have the ocean.
and then everybody who I take pictures with, that's their, like, you know, the person's name and their picture. That's their picture on my phone. It's like me and that person.
Oh my gosh, that's even more conceited. Oh
is that
my
conceited,
gosh.
though?
It's just it's a moment.
I don't think that's conceited.
No. It's a
moment.
No, I don't think that's conceited because you meet so many
Exactly.
damn people. How are you gonna know? Sarah you met at
Exactly.
on
But she
Sunset Boulevard,
can do it
or
without herself
the
in
other
the picture
Sarah.
with Sarah.
No.
Yes. Yes.
No.
I do. Okay, I don't need pictures for anybody. I put notes under people. So I'll be like,
Tim from Tinder.
Yes, I do. Or I'll be like, Brett met through da 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 da. Like, it's whole notes.
Let's go into awesome moment before Tony puts a line up there for us.
That says get back on
yeah,
topic.
that's
right.
it. I know you well enough, Tony. I got you.
But yeah, that was my awesome moment when you wore that T-shirt.
Okay.
So my most awesome moment was, I have two, was when they were sitting there with the calamari and he talked to, he interrupted and said, these are first world problems. And then the second one was when they were calling for Pumpkin, and Pumpkin was actually in Marjo's room.
She was listening to French music.
Right. So
That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was
I think
my
that's gonna be
most
mine
awesome
too.
my
Because
most
she's just
awesome
chilling.
moment.
She's like rubbing her feet. She's talking to the dog. She's listening to her music. I'm willing to bet there's probably a glass of wine there somewhere. Like, there's nothing nicer than having a free day to not have to deal with clutter, and you're just chilling. The sun is streaming into the room. It's like a nice cool temperature. The
You got
music,
your music
it's good. And
Right.
food's gonna come eventually. We all gotta eat. You don't have to worry about that. It's just it's a moment. I love that.
What was your most awesome moment?
I like that. I like that moment where the dog's just there chilling.
Chilling in Marjo's room when
And
they was
Marjo's
looking
just
for
like,
her.
but I wonder like, because the gates, the fencing of the outside gates, they're pretty big, so the smaller dog can actually get through them.
Well, the gate was open, so they thought, that's why they thought
the
that she
main
had
gate
left.
is open, but the gates like surrounding the houses are like the distance between the lines is pretty big.
Oh yeah.
So I'm wondering if they're like the dogs are just gonna stay indoors or.
Yeah, and
Might
I wonder
wanna
if
try
there's
that out.
like, well, obviously there's snakes in Austin, so
Yeah, better than gators in Florida.
that's true.
But do they just walk up in your backyard?
In Florida?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have to have netting so
That's
they don't
why-
come into the backyard.
And that's why they like almost all the wrestlers that live in Florida, their backyard has a pool, but it's like covered.
Netted, it's covered.
It's covered
Natty's
in, like,
covered.
plastic.
Natty's covered. There's other people who's covered, but yeah, it's just.
Oh, speaking of Natty, R.I.P. to her father.
Yeah.
That was really sad. Sorry, I know that was off subject, but that was really sad.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna say yeah, but it just seemed like just following her and other social. It just seemed like they knew it was coming.
Really?
Yeah, it seemed like. I might be totally wrong.
I
Seemed
think
like
you.
because
were
even
wrong.
with our well, this is a totally different one with Aretha Franklin. A lot of people knew it was coming too.
But he only had Alzheimer's. They knew he was
I thought he
deteriorating.
fell and then
He
the
did.
blood clot.
He
Yeah.
fell.
Well, I'm saying after the like in the hospital.
Oh, okay.
Not like they knew it was coming several months in advance.
Okay.
I think they just knew that he was kind of suffering because he had Alzheimer's. So
It's
Yeah.
not.
that's
When-
major.
yeah.
I think I would just honestly, that's crazy, but I'd be like, you know, Alzheimer's, like you lost you losing your
Alzheimer's,
mind.
dementia is pretty because
Yeah.
it's my grandmother has that, and the thing with that is that it's one thing if you don't remember at all, but you actually know that you're forgetting, which is even more frustrating.
Yeah.
It's like think of like you know your keys are somewhere, but you have no idea where it is,
Right.
and then multiply that by 1,000 on a daily basis for
Right.
however many years.
Right.
Like that's just it's
Suffering.
crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, R.I.P. to him.
So do we have any news?
Yeah, so I'll start with my first news
AfterBuzz TV News.
after we get our little
Bumper.
All right. So the viewership this week actually kind of went down, but they are still in the millions of viewers, which was 1.162 million viewers this season. But they got enough, as we continue to say, they got enough so that we'll be going into a second season in 2019. I don't think a date has been set yet, but they're going to have 14 episodes then, so you'll get more than 6.
So it'll probably be a whole tie-in. So it'll be Bella's into them, because if they had 14, that would carry us right into Divas.
Total Divas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I think the 6 most, they just kind of want to test out the audience, because it is getting, if you're a wrestling fan, but you also dabble in the reality shows for wrestling, it's getting much.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, like we announced in the news maybe a couple of weeks ago, they are the number one unscripted show on USA since 7 years ago. So they're bringing the heat on USA. So
Right.
why not renew it?
Oh yeah, it makes sense, especially since it's following SmackDown.
Yeah. And then you could tell the difference between how E does their stuff and then USA does their stuff.
Yeah, I don't know how the filming is. Are you talking about the filming?
Yeah.
Because it seems like the editing is a little bit different.
But
Like
no,
I do
that's
like
what
the
I meant.
editing.
Sorry,
Yeah.
editing, not the
I like
filming.
that. I like that how they edit together, because it's more. It makes sense versus Bella's in particular. We were all talking about that. It was just like it was. One part was from March, one part was from like they were just kind of putting stuff
Things
together.
Yeah.
And I can't remember if they did that with
And a lot of it
with
didn't
Bella
even make
or Divas
sense.
too. Yeah. Well, and then I wonder if before they started it. And I might be wrong, but I think Nikki had just announced that it's completely over between her and John. I wonder if they knew that was the case before the show aired, because it's a very frustrating show, and I think that's why the ratings were down, because it's just
Yeah.
kind of like.
We already knew, like I said, the PR was just really bad on
if
that.
they said like this is if they kind of played it to like this is here's the downfall,
Yeah.
how it all came to this point,
Yes.
because we all know the end point. If we all knew the end point, then it
Right.
would have been easier to
Follow,
more palatable. But
like how the Kardashians do it. Like,
Yeah, it's
they'll
like-
have a mainstream thing, but they'll put it in their show
Yeah.
of how they fell or how they got there or whatever.
yeah, like we knew Kim got robbed. Then
Right.
they kind of layered that until
Right,
that
she
point.
didn't do any interviews until the show aired. She didn't do any PR until the show
Yeah.
aired. Like, they really put it all into their show, and I
Yeah.
think that's what the Bella
Yeah.
should have done. But on this case, like, their viewership is up. It's actually up more than the Bellas, because the Bellas was at like 600, 700K.
Yikes.
So, yeah.
But they got renewed for four seasons.
They did. I'm actually kind of shocked, but I'm actually waiting to see what's the next step, especially for Nikki.
Well, I mean, if it's Nikki dating, that would be hilarious. I want to see that
We'll see that on Total Divas because they showed a little clip there
of her dating.
of her like flirting with some dude.
No, I wonder if Dolphin's gonna make his
so
play again.
weird.
Why is it gonna be weird?
I don't know.
Wait,
It's just gonna be weird because I like Nikki and John, but it's gonna be weird.
No.
Whatever. I mean,
But we had an extra
waited too
little thing
long.
of news. Do you have another?
Yeah. So Smackdown, pretty much that's gonna happen for Hell in a Cell. So a lot of so this is so confusing because we have the Super Showdown that's happening in Australia, Hell in a Cell, and then the Mae Young Classic. So a lot of women are beating the crap out of each other.
and Trish Stratus came back.
Yep.
I don't know if she's like officially back, but she's
I don't
making a
know,
couple
but-
appearances, which is cool.
Damn, she looks
Fellow
good.
Canadian. Yeah. That
Looks
yoga
great.
dough.
Yeah, so we saw on SmackDown, Brie and Daniel were in the ring. Daniel was having a match. After the match, Maurice came out of nowhere and grabbed Brie and threw her on the pole, knocked her out, and then this is my favorite part is when the Miz came behind Brian and pretty much gave him the lock and said, "Look at your wife. Look at your wife." That is total instant heel. So good. And then Maurice hasn't done that move since 2011.
Yeah, she looked good.
Yeah.
Both
Brie and Maurice look
Yeah,
both
they both
good.
look
Well,
great.
we've seen Brie working out. I have.
Right.
I think I do follow her, but I don't think I.
But
heard
Maurice is only like what 6 months in. They
Yeah, but I
had
haven't
March.
seen her
4
like
months ago.
working out on her. Does she work out on her IG?
She doesn't
No,
post
she
anything.
doesn't post that stuff. Marie's IG is more pretty girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
she looks. The fact that she can do that, like, I want to know what her training was. But
Yeah.
you know,
But they both look great. I'm pretty excited for this match.
do you think
The
it should
Hell
just
in the
be
Cell.
them, or do you think they should include Vega and Sin Cara?
No, because this is their. I feel like they're
A
going
feud?
back to a personal level.
Well, I'm actually gonna watch.
What? Where you gonna watch it at?
Yeah.
Oh,
You can't.
I know. Last week I told them I watched
Yeah.
the match between The Miz and it was 26 minutes long, guys. I watched it the whole entire time.
And tell us what you said.
I'm not saying anything. All I know
Exactly.
is that I watched it. And I watched it. Oh, I even watched part of Alexa Bliss and Ronda Rousey.
Look at you.
Be happy for me. Right.
So probably when Survivor Series comes, you can come.
Yeah.
When you see it
I
live,
would
it's gonna
like-
change
yeah,
your
I
life.
would like to see it live.
Yeah.
It's
I
gonna
would
change
like
your
to
life.
see it live.
It's got a whole different experience. It's like seeing hockey live. Like I
Yeah.
appreciate hockey a lot more seeing it live.
Did
than-
you for
Hockey's
real?
so fun to go to.
I've been.
Oh my gosh.
My
I love
aunt,
when
she
like
loves
they get
it.
violent.
I'm just sitting there like.
That's just me.
Oh, you should look up the history of it. It's crazy. Anywho, predictions for the next season.
And now,
feel like
your
I'm a
AfterBuzz TV predictions.
So next season, I'm hoping that they just delve more into their lives, like their chaotic. I would like to see more of the Miz too in his matches, them showing more of his wrestling too, which I'm hoping for because now Maurice is kind of in and out.
Yeah.
We see her in and out, so hopefully they'll show more of their career stuff, and that's what I'm hoping for.
That's what Joseph says too.
Yeah. Oh, hey Joseph, we on the same page. Like,
I hope next season we get to see The Miz become more of a dad and see how he adapts on becoming a father and how that works for him, changing diapers. Maybe as Maurice goes out with her mother or her friends and him just watching the baby by himself, trying to figure it out.
That'd be a good one.
That'd be a good
That'd be a
episode.
good episode.
Yeah.
I want to see on both Divas, Bellas, and Miz and Mrs. where these kids are when their parents are. I mean, it hasn't happened often, but it seems like they're setting up because Brie and Nikki are both, back in the ring as well. So I want to see I just want to see a glimpse of who's taking care of the kids in backstage.
I'm nannies.
I'm just curious. I'm just more curious. That's the one thing I want to see. But definitely I want to see, more antics for them. And I'm sure there's going to be some type of, anchor. So the whole thing with this season was them moving. So, what would be the next one? Maurice did mention, or she did hint at, like, they have kids now. So they can't be doing as much
as they used to.
They have priorities now. So I kind of wonder what that means.
I mean, if Trish Stratus could come back in the ring and still kick ass, them two can still.
No, I don't think she was talking about them physically. Trish Stratus left and she
Right.
had her kids.
But even after she had her kids, she did show up a little bit here and there.
Right, but a little bit here and there is different from every week.
I think that Maurice will be a little still like her schedule won't be as hectic.
Right.
But I think she understands that, with the Miz being who he is, like he's kind of like a Brian, honestly, like that's his passion. Like he's been on TV forever. So
Right. But they both mentioned, both Brie and Maurice, or maybe Miz and Maryse and Brie, they both mentioned additional kids. So
Yeah.
maybe the end of that season might be another pregnancy.
we gonna see.
We will see all that and more. But what did you say?
I said maybe.
Maybe. I thought you said something else. All that and more, all that good stuff. But where can they find you guys?
I'm Monique Lovelace, and you can find me on all social media platforms at Miss Mo Lovelace, and that's MS Mo Lovelace. And also make sure you check out all your tips, your style tips, tricks on MoniqueLoveless.com. Ooh, and Total Divas coming September the 19th.
Yeah, I'm Anissa Bar. You can follow me on social media at Anissa Bar. Might go to Ring of Honor. Not sure. Flip Gordon told me to go, so I might go.
In Vegas.
It's gonna be crazy. I'm not at all in, but I wish I was. So, obviously, Total Divas is coming back. I'll be there. Also, the Mae Young Classic starts next week. So you'll see me, TK, Gabby from Smackdown, and Evan T. Mac. We'll be covering that.
Be a good one. Yeah, we're going to be doing Mae Young all up until Women's Evolution, so that's going to be interesting. Also, definitely next week. This week we didn't have Women's Pro Wrestling Weekly, but season 2. Oh my gosh, you guys, WWE Legend. So definitely tune in. You can follow me on everything at.
Who do you got? I don't know.
Other than that, you can find. What do you say, Tony in the booth? Oh, other than that, you can find me on everything at TK Trinette. Thank you. See you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.